right, presented by Wearable Fandom. Welcome to Where Mighty Thinks, episode 76. We are live here on June 18th. It's a podcast all about the Roosevelt brand and community. Fandom, fashion, and friends is what we're all about here. And if that sounds like something for you, then you've come to the right place. To receive all our content updates, please like and subscribe, ring that bell, and get your notifications on all of our latest content. Well, as you can see, it is I, the captain coach, co-host, tagged in to lead the way in place of Justin once again, as he's away on business in jolly old London. And I'm not alone. Once again, I am joined by the cruise director himself, Mr. Staten Island, none other than John Madigan. How's it going, Johnny?
How you doing, my friend?
Doing well, man. Excited to be back. I was looking, it's been exactly 10 episodes since the last time you and I hosted together.
Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't even know that. Okay, yeah, well, I'm always glad to be back. Always happy to be here. Happy we are in summer now, and the weather is absolutely beautiful over by here. And I'm just glad to be here and hanging out and doing another fun-filled episode.
Yeah, it's the weather's been kind of up and down here. We were in the hundreds yesterday. We're 80s
oh,
today.
Dear goodness, no.
It's crazy to be hitting that already in June. So
it's too much. Yeah, no. Summer's gonna be hot for you guys.
It's gonna be a long, dry summer, unfortunately, which out here in the West and in the mountains is not necessarily a good thing. I'm sure we'll be under fire watches and whatnot, especially as we hit, July and August are when we get our peak heat. End of July, beginning of August is when we usually start seeing 100 degrees. So if we're seeing,
it's rough. that definitely sounds rough. I'll be going to Vegas at the end of July, and it'll be hot. It'll be very, very, very hot.
You better find some of those underground tunnels to get back and forth.
Yes. You got to figure that out. But hopefully it'll be nice and cool everywhere inside. So
All right, man. Well, as we start every show, man, what are you wearing today, man?
I am throwing on Tropical Shade. I think it's the perfect summer shirt. I keep saying I need the shorts for this one, but definitely my favorite floral that I own. One of my favorite florals, but this is one of my favorites, and definitely need the shorts for this one. But yeah, perfect way to start summer in my eyes. And what shirt are you wearing? I don't think I've.
You probably don't recognize this one. This one is a very limited edition. Came out on this giant boat that a bunch of us were on. Obviously, It is the 2026 cruise tux. I'm wearing it all, man. I got the shorts on and everything. Got my Steve hat. I figured it was appropriate. A nod to the captain, my boy Forrest, and B, you had some big news that dropped yesterday that we'll go over here in a little bit, and I just thought, we've got cruising vibes right now, and I had to go with it.
Yes, we do. Yes, we are in full. Yeah, we were in full cruise mode. But as you said, Forrest absolutely killed it on that design. He did a great job, and grateful for his for his art. I don't even know what you call it, but his work on that. He did a great job on.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's got all the little details of being on a cruise. It's got our Captain Steve on it. It was definitely one that we all enjoyed getting. So, props to him for what he created. Props to you for what you did putting together the cruise for us this past year. And we'll have news on the upcoming one, which will be very exciting. But let's start with where's our boy Dustin? I mean, he seems to. How did he get as many PTO days from the show as he has, man? Seems like he's out quite often.
Dustin's not getting. He's just taking time. He's not getting paid at this point. Dustin is out in London doing God only knows what with God only knows who. That boy likes to travel. They don't call him the Phantom Traveler for nothing. But he is just away. I just don't think he wanted to be around me. Honestly, I'm a little sad. I think he just decided I have enough of John, and I just need to get away for a little bit. And I understand. Sometimes people need a break from me. I can be a little much.
Small doses. It's okay. We all have our limit.
I think I'm a lot to handle, and so sometimes people just need time away from me, and I get it.
And I'm happy to come in here and handle you. I mean, it's
there you go. So, look, I need a handler. Someone needs to handle me.
Well, real quick, let's jump over to the chat, see who we got. We got
what up,
Gary?
Gary and Debbie
saying hi. Looks like it's nice and sunny 74 out there in Southern Cal.
I'm gonna be out there by you in August, baby. Can't wait to see you guys. D23.
And we got Kevin up in the house. What up, party people?
What's up, Kevin?
How you doing,
What's
Kevin?
up, guys?
Thanks for being here. And we got Danimal up in the house, it looks like.
How Shout out to you, Danimal.
I always glad to have you guys with us. Thanks for joining. It's as somebody who participates in the chat when I'm not on. I love the community that we've built in the chat and
definitely
how you guys have always made it a part of the show now. And
oh yeah, no, I love it. Definitely a lot of fun.
And thanks to everybody who contributes for us. Well, we'll get rolling along, and let's start with some of the highlights of what's been going on this week. And I wanted to start, and I know you weren't there. At least I didn't see any pictures of you. Warped Tour happened, and we had a contingent of our brethren out there, and it looked like one hell of a time. It looked like a lot of fun. What did you think about what you saw, and what happened out at Warped Tour this past weekend?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't there, but it looked like one hell of a time. It looks like the Roosevelt's booth. It looks like they had a strong presence there. It looks like their booth was really nice. I love what they did with the video games as well. They had Paging Miss Tomorrow and Ryan from the Love of Theme Parks there, and honestly, that floral was absolutely killer. That floral shirt was absolutely that was. As an emo kid, I really, really enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
but it was more so than. Yep.
It was great the way that they mixed the Vans kind of signature pattern in with the floral. Like I was a big fan of it. It had colors kind of similar to they knocked that one out of the park.
No, they absolutely not. That is definitely one on my hunt list now that I definitely need to get. But more so than that, we saw the re-release of the Yellow Card Ocean Avenue shirt, which is something that's been wanted and beloved by so many people after it was surprise dropped on the Emo's Not Dead cruise a year or two ago. And that definitely caused a frenzy online of people trying to get people get pickups for them.
I couldn't imagine being somebody who was there, somebody like a James Caldwell or our boys from the D-Gens or your Eric, I as soon as those started dropping, and it was several of those classic shirts that are hunted for, the Yellow Card and all of those were that are band related were all of a sudden pop back up, and nobody had any inclination of it. I knew that people were going to get destroyed in their DMs with people.
100%. Oh my God. I can't even imagine being there when that type of thing dropped. I know people that were there, and I know their DMs were absolutely swamped with requests.
Well, and that was enough just getting the shirts that were already there, because they were, what I was told was they were only allowing everybody one shirt at a time.
That's correct.
And they had them spread out. Like you could get two of them, you could only get online. Two of them were at the Vans merch booth, and then two of them were in the Roosevelt's merch booth. So like you had to go to different places, and they were limiting them. So it was already a pain in the ass. And then you start dropping fire like that, and everybody's rushing back to grab them, and they were still limiting people. Like awesome. Props to them for doing it. Props to getting more of those out in circulation. I know a lot of people.
Yes, 100%.
And maybe we'll be lucky, and maybe because there's more of them out there, maybe it'll drop the prices a bit so we can afford some of those whales.
Oh yeah, no, of course. No, I mean, I'm definitely hoping to get my hands on that floral. If anyone's got an extra floral, reach out to me. I'm your boy. I would definitely need one of those.
Well, I gotta thank Martin, the mayor. I didn't necessarily want or need anything, but my oldest Joel is a rock and roller and playing guitar and all that all the time, and he looked at me and he wanted that mechanic shirt, and our boy Martin grabbed me one of those for Joel. So big thanks to Martin for that, and Joel's gonna be super excited when he gets that to throw down some chords.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so sweet of him. Ariane was really cool, and she actually picked me up the Yellow Card shirt. In fact, she picked it up for me before I even saw the post online. I didn't even know it was being released there And she sent me the picture. She's like, "Look what I got for you." And I was just like, I was confused because I was like, I didn't even see anything on Insiders that it was re-released, and so I was very surprised that day.
Well, I know that they've got Orlando coming up later this year, and I know that they've already announced DC again for 2027. Any thoughts about trying to hit up one of the stops either later this year?
Yeah. I am definitely going to try and make my way to Orlando. I know a lot of guys are heading over there. A lot of friends are heading over there. So if I can make it over to Orlando, I will try to. I'll try to be there and hang out with everyone and have a good weekend because I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Well, then I know who to ask when they start dropping yellow cards again.
Right? Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. I'm going to try and head over there. Yeah, DC would be cool next year. I mean. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm going to try and hit up Orlando, though. If I can make Orlando work, I will make it happen.
A lot of good people down there, a lot of good insiders. I know definitely. A lot of people planning on making that trip, so I think it'll be another good time. And, talking about this comes at a point where Roosevelt's is kind of in a lull right now. They went really hard for like 2 months where it was like back-to-back. They had a couple weekends where they had two events going on at once. And now we're kind of quiet. We're in the lull before the storm. And when I say storm, I mean San Diego Comic-Con is the next big thing on the Roosevelt's calendar.
Sure, of course.
I mean, that's going to be wild. It's always crazy. They always have a ton of shirts. They have multiple booths. So DTH and Justin and the gang, they better be resting up because I know that.
Oh yeah, no, they're going to need it.
The weekend and coming off of what they just did. I mean, I don't know how they did stretch run that they did.
I mean, those guys work very, very, very hard, and I have no doubt they're going to figure it out. They're going to get it done just like they do every year, and more power to those guys.
Well, let's not beat around the bush at this point. I know several of our friends are probably, when we're talking about meetups, one of the biggest meetups, best meetups, and by far one of the coolest experiences I had this year was the second annual Roosevelt's Insider Cruise. We had 175 people on the Utopia of the Seas for 3 days. It was an amazing trip. My wife and I, our first cruise, it was so great, so exciting. And apparently it went so well. You've got some news for us?
Yeah. So dropped the news yesterday about the third annual trip. I've been working on this. Oh shit! You got it pulled up right there. Yeah. So, been working on this honestly before we even set sail for the second annual trip. I've been working on this. I feel like since I've gotten back, I've just been looking and researching dates primarily, and just trying to. We sent out a survey. That's the number one thing I can say to anybody who's doing like a big meetup. Is after your meetup, send out a survey because it'll change things. It'll be a big perspective on what people liked, what people didn't like. Because before this, I was actually looking at doing a completely different cruise line. I was thinking about doing a Norwegian cruise, and having people go on that instead. A little bit of an older ship, but would have been cheaper. Would have had some more things included and whatnot. People, and I had talked about this idea with people and. People were very adamant. They were like, no, we like Royal Caribbean. We're willing to pay for Royal Caribbean. We want to go back. It was almost universally said by all that this ship was epic and amazing, and they loved it, and they just want to go back on it. So
I mean, I had nothing to compare it to, never being on one, but I was just blown away by it. And especially when we were in port at Coco Cay, and you look at the ship next to us, and you're like, yeah. It almost had to be emasculating for the people who got off that ship thinking that they were on a good boat, and then look over at ours, and it was like a floating island. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's the third largest cruise ship in the world. Royal Caribbean always packs a punch. I don't know what I was thinking, and I'm glad because listen, people came up to me. They told me their honest feelings, and it was universally. People said like, "We want to run this back. We want to go back. Forget about that. We want to run this back." So. I literally canceled everything that I had planned, started from scratch, and worked it out with Royal Caribbean, and we got a fantastic rate. We're going in November, which is a little different from the past 2 years, but there's a lot going on in April and May of 2027. We got Star Wars Celebration, we have C2E2, we have MegaCon, we have Mother's Day. there's too much going on during that time. So to not conflict with anything else, we're doing this in November, and which is good. We're out of hurricane season. The price is definitely cheaper than last year, which I really love. And we're going back on the same mega ship. Leaves from Orlando. So those that want to go to Disney or Universal for a day or two before or after, make sure you plan your trip. You can do that. It makes it nice and easy. And it's going to be a great. And like, listen, this is going to be bigger than last year. It's gonna undoubtedly be bigger than last year. People are excited. People have let me know. So many people have already signed up. It's absolutely maddening. My weekend is literally going to just be filled of me sitting on this couch booking people.
Yeah,
all
I
day.
don't want to be your DMs right now. They have got to be blowing up.
Oh dear, yes. If you've sent me a message in the past 24 hours, I'm getting back to you slowly. I'm sure. I'm doing my best. It's the people are ready to go, and I guess my biggest thing is when doing this is I've been worried about the date. The date scares the shit out of me because I know I'm pissing somebody off with the date. I know there's not going to be a single date that works best for everybody, but
well, and that's just the sad reality of anything like this, right? Like you're never going to be able to please everybody, and so you have to do what you can, A, for yourself, and B, for the masses as a whole. And I'm glad that you sent out the survey and you took the feedback and you took that to heart. And I know that you even had a meeting with the CEO, with Dustin from Roosevelt's on what you guys could do and how to go about it. And I'm sure he gave you some great input on what to do and how they can be involved and whatnot. And again, like you've already proven yourself 2 years in a row. It gets bigger and better. Everybody that's done either one of the cruises or both have had nothing but rave reviews. So I have no doubt that you guys are going to knock it out of the park on this one. And like you said, from the sounds of it already, from the sounds of the numbers already putting in, inquiries about it, that number 175 from last year might get blown out of the water.
It's possible. I mean, I'm hoping. Of course, I'm always hoping. For me, I'm like the more the merrier. I'm like as many people as we can get on this thing, the better. So if you're interested in coming on, there's a little form in the event page. You fill that out. I'm going to start getting back to everybody on Sunday because that's the day there's a special promotion going on. People are going to get some extra feedback. I gotta pin that post, but it's also in the description of the event.
Yeah, I thought it was.
You scrolled past it. There you go. You can fill out that form, and it will ask you all the questions, and then I get back to you with an invoice, and you pay your deposit. There's payment plans available. Not to mention, there's also plenty of time to pay it off. This is not something that you have to pay all at once. 95% of people are on a payment plan. But I really hope that everybody just come. I hope as many people as possible come on again. I hope we have a great time, and I'm excited to see everybody and make this even bigger and better. And had a meeting with Justin Sunfield, the CEO. Roosevelt's. He came on the ship the last time, and he's also the leader of the 501st as well. Really smart and awesome, fun guy. And we sat down for a couple hours and really chatted about this whole thing and discussed different ideas and different things that we wanted to do and get done for next year's cruise, and just ways that we can make this thing even bigger and better going forward. And so I'm excited to take that stuff to heart and work on all that stuff and make this the best cruise possible. I think if you're any kind of Roosevelt, whether you're a diehard or somebody who's new that just came to the group, I think you're going to have a great time being with family, and it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, and it was awesome on the cruise seeing Justin and his wife, and like just to see their interest in it and their support that they had this past year. So knowing that they got even more involved this coming year, is impressive, and props to them for taking a more active interest than what you've had in years past. And I think that can only spell good things for what's in store for this. And I can tell people, if you haven't done it, as somebody who did it for the first time this past year, it's well worth the money. It's well worth the effort. We had an amazing time. We met insiders that I've been friends with for years, met them for the first time in person. We met and made new friends that, ever since the cruise ended, that I'm in constant contact with now, that were people that maybe you see on insiders, but you don't really interact with. And now, now they're better friends, and you're interacting with them. It's a great time. There's so much to do on the ship. I can tell you that we didn't scratch the surface of what we could do. We were so busy just hanging out with everybody that we didn't even make it to some of the restaurants or bars or whatever else, just because there's so many, there were so many people around us that we just wanted to sit and chat with. And I would definitely be on if I could again. We've got other family things and plans, but it's definitely something that my heart and spirit will be there with you guys. And if anybody's on the fence and wants to talk about or has questions about it, you can reach out to John, and he's got plenty of info for you. But as somebody who is, just a first timer who went on his first cruise, if you have any questions or concerns or anything, feel free to reach out to me too, because I'll give you any info that I can on what we did and what we saw and what it was all about. And I'm impressed. How the hell did you get it at a lower price? Everything goes up in this world. How did you get it at a cheaper price this year? I'm jealous.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just a matter of when we do this thing, we set up a group with Royal Caribbean, and like this, the lower pricing, it really goes down to my pups are going crazy. Yeah, that's the answer right there. My pups, my pups, they're telling you right there.
Beat them into submission.
No. I mean, so honestly, the lower price comes directly from all the insiders coming on. When we set up this group, we set up in the back end. We set up a group booking, so it's an exclusive rate for everybody who's coming on. Everybody's kind of linked together. That's how we set up the family dinner and all that stuff. And then we have a contact at Royal Caribbean that we give them our group number, and we say, hey, listen, here's how many people we had. They can see how many people came on, how many people spent money on ocean view balconies, how many people. When it comes down to them, everything's all about money. So they see how many people came on, spent money on balconies, how many cabanas we rented out, how many people came on and bought the drink package, how many people came on and gambled in the casinos, how many people came on and bought the drink package. And they see that this is a group that comes on and they really made the most of their cruise experience. And frankly, as a company, they want to see that happen again. So in an effort to bring not only those people, but bring more people on, they're happy to lower the price so that we can get more people on and more of the same type of people on. So that's honestly how it boils down for me.
That's awesome, and it makes sense. It gave us all a little taste last year. They knew that there was something that'll make the money be a profit to them. And a better way to make even more profit is to get even more of us on. And how can you do that? Yeah, you have you give it to us at a lower cost, and then we have more money to spend once we're on the ship. So props to them for that. That's super cool, man. I'm pumped for you. I'm excited. I'm proud of you, and I'm glad. It's impressive to see that this is going to be going on to year 3. So again, if anybody's interested, get with John, get with me. Totally worth your time and money, and I look forward to seeing how it all comes about, and look forward to seeing all the pictures and videos once the time comes.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, and I'm really grateful and blessed for everybody coming on. And I just hope everyone has the most amazing time. And I'm excited to see. I'm excited for everyone to see what we have going on in the works, and how people can see how they're going to have the best weekend ever. I really do. It's going to be a good time.
Going to be awesome. Well, we'll move out of that and into. I know that you and Dustin have started doing the top 10 lists every week. When you were out a couple weeks ago, I got to ask Dustin your top 10 list. So this week, I think I'm the one under the gun with you. You asking me in place of Dustin. So, what top 10 list do we have this week?
Yeah. So, listen, over here in New York, there is I'm sorry about the pups. Oh my God, they're going. Something's going on in the backyard. I don't know what's. Hey, guys, enough! Oh God, shoot me now, dear God. We're getting excited. Mickey, Okay.
This is why I just locked my kids in the closet before we go.
Yeah, so over here in New York City, I don't know if it's a big deal over there, but the Knicks won the championship this year. And, being in New York City, it's a big deal today. They had a big parade. And I was at my aunt's bar when they won the championship, and everybody was going nuts, and they were singing "We Are the Champions." And it was a big moment for New York City sports. And so I thought, why not we go through the top 10 most valuable sports teams. So this is going to be the top 10 sports teams that are worth the most amount of money.
All right. Well, I'll start with, it's probably going to be something, and I'm not a big soccer guy, but it's probably going to be something like the Manchester United.
There are no soccer teams on this.
Okay.
Not on this list.
Okay, so not a worldwide list then. Okay.
This is there is no soccer team on this list. At least this list that I have. They say top 10 most valuable sports teams, though.
All right. Well, then let's start with my team, the New York Yankees.
The New York Yankees are tied for number 10 with another team.
All right. How about the Dallas Cowboys?
Dallas Cowboys are number 1.
All right. Man, I'm surprised the Yankees are so far down that list. So we're probably looking at a bunch of football.
New York Yankees are tied with another team at $8.2 billion. Dallas Cowboys number 1 at $13 billion.
All right. Let's see, where else can we go? Are the probably going to be football heavy? How about the Los Angeles Rams?
Los Angeles Rams are on there at number 3.
Nice. I know that they were sold for a ton of money a few years ago. How about the Denver Broncos?
The Denver Broncos are not on the list.
Okay. New England Patriots?
New England Patriots are there. Yes, they are number 7.
All right.
Number 7 on the list. New England Patriots at $9 billion.
How about the Las Vegas Raiders?
The Las Vegas Raiders are not on there.
Okay. How about we go back to baseball? Maybe the Boston Red Sox?
Boston Red Sox not on there. Nope. This is going to be a very football-heavy list.
I figured it would be because the Yankees are usually atop of baseball. It's usually them, the Red Sox, and the Dodgers. So we'll say Dodgers.
Dodgers are not on there.
All right. So back to football then.
Yeah.
How about the Los Angeles Chargers?
Los Angeles Chargers. No Chargers here.
No Chargers.
No, but you got the Rams though. Los Angeles Rams.
Are your the New York Super Giants on there?
The New York Giants are on there. $10.1 billion at number 4.
All right. Well,
you got 1, 3, 4, 7, and 1 of number 10 because number 10 is tied.
All right. Man. How about the Seattle Seahawks?
No Seahawks here. So I'll tell you, number 10 is going to be tied with a football team, and their mascot is something you'd find in the wild, maybe in a forest.
The Chicago Bears?
The Chicago Bears. There you go. Yep. You got there.
I mean, just because I'm a Packers fan and I hate the Bears, I hope the Packers are on there ahead of the Bears. But being a private fan-owned team, I don't know what their profits look like.
Yeah. Number 9, this team is closer to home to me. Another football team, and they have definitely won some Super Bowl champions. And they're going to be closer to New York. Not New York, but Close to it.
Probably the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's correct.
All right. So,
All right. Number 8 is going to be another football team closer to Dustin.
Okay, so we're going out towards California. We've said the Chargers. We've said the Rams. It's got to be the San Francisco 49ers.
That's correct. All right. Number 6. We were just talking about them. Big party in the city today for them.
So the New York Knicks, as a basketball team, are number 6. Nice.
$9.75 billion.
Man, that is crazy.
And number 5, if we want to keep with the basketball trend, but back over by Dustin.
Got to be Los Angeles Lakers.
That's correct. And you're stuck at number 2. Another basketball team at number 2.
Ooh, number 2, higher than the Lakers and the Knicks.
Think closer to Dustin.
All right, so we're closer to Dustin. So it's probably going to be at this point. I mean, it wouldn't be the Clippers. Maybe the man. Would it be the Warriors? Would it be Golden State?
That's correct. Number 2.
Really?
Yep.
I would not have guessed that they would have surpassed the Lakers.
Yep, at $11 billion.
That is crazy. Man,
yeah, this is this comes straight from Forbes. So there you go. All right, and then
I'm glad in the long run it was a list of American. I know typically those lists, if you do like the worldwide, there's several soccer teams creeping into those top 10, and I know the World Cup's going on right now. I'm not a soccer guy. How are you? Do you watch soccer? Are you going crazy for the World Cup right now?
Nope. I am good. I am not. No World Cup for me, but happy for everybody that is interested in it. But no, not for me.
I tried to get into it, and I do try to watch during the World Cup. My son Xander played for several years, and I tried, and I don't know any sport that ends nothing. I just it's hard for me.
Yeah, no, it's like you just feel like everyone just wasted all their time,
right? It's like kissing.
No, we're good.
Like that just can't do it. That was great. Well, I'm back next week, so I'm going to make sure that I have a good list for you. Put you on the spot. See what I can come up with for a top 10 for you next week.
Perfect. All right, I'll be ready for it.
All right. Well, let's roll into some shirts. It's what a lot of people are here waiting to see. There have been some good drops since you guys met up on Thursday of last week, and some surprises as well. I'll pull it up. We'll start with the on Friday last week. We had a drop zone number 89. It's 1776 somewhere. It's a U.S. themed floral. What did you think about it? Did you snag it?
I went to go snag it. Sold out in my cart. This is what I'll say. This to me does not scream America 250. No. I don't really see. I guess it's a red, white, and blue. I don't see it, but in terms of it just being a great floral shirt, I absolutely love it. I think this is a very, very nice floral shirt. I definitely would like one of those. I don't see the America 250 correlation to it. It's not very heavy. It's got the red, white, and blue, but it's not super heavy like that.
Yeah, it was red, white, and blue, but with the white base, I always worry about that. I make a mess of those. I'm with you. Like when they were billing it as something for America 250, I was expecting something else.
Something a little bit more patriotic.
Right. Even the fact that the bird on it isn't an eagle, like that would have been an easy switch. Like you could have left birds on there, but make them eagles. Little things like that, I think could have kind of upped it in the true Americana sense. But
sure,
it is a beautiful floral. You could take this, the red, white, and blue is great. You could flop the colors to something else, and I think it still would stand up as a good floral. I snagged it because you have to be so quick with them, but I also then turned around and hooked up somebody who had missed it and wanted it way more than I did, and made sure to get it to him just at cost and get it in the hands of somebody who was going to love it way more than I was going to love it. So
that was cool of you.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, and I know we can turn these things for more, especially with the drop zones and whatnot. For me, if I get them, it's just on the fear, on the sheer emotion of you've got to grab it right then because you don't have time to think about it. And I'm probably 50-50 on what I've been able to hit over the years, and I've kept a majority of the ones that I've even hit, but it's one of those things. I might have kept it if there weren't a couple of friends who were kind of had missed it, but I was happy to get it in the hands of somebody who was really going to enjoy it more than I did. But for me, we're 2 weeks, 3 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away from 4th of July. I was expecting more for the 4th than really what we've kind of gotten yet. So
sure.
I was surprised that this wasn't something bigger and louder.
No, I hear you. I really was hoping for a fireworks shirt. I want some sort of fireworks shirt with kind of like a night sky and maybe like a city in the background type of thing. That screams out 4th of July to me, and that's kind of like what I would like to see one day. But I think we have to have Dustin make that recommendation because it seems to be they only listen to his recommendations, they don't listen to mine.
And Danimal is right. He says that they released a few Loud Americana shirts before, but he was surprised there wasn't a 250 branding. So, is what it is.
Yeah. It's what it is. I still think it's a beautiful floral. I just don't.
I think a lot of people will get some good use out of it, but yeah, it just
definitely. No, I agree.
It wasn't for you and I. So moving on, then on Tuesday we had pickleball of all things. They had a good lead into this for Tuesday, and it was kind of an interesting thought and drop. Bunch of polos and matching shorts, and even some Roosevelt's branded pickleball rackets. First of all, John, have you ever played pickleball?
No.
To me, this seems like maybe a Dustin thing, but I don't know. You and I, it doesn't seem like our thing.
No, I've never played pickleball. I know it's very popular. I have friends that play it. They really enjoy it. I haven't played it yet. I'm open to it. I'm not against it. I'm willing to try it out someday. But no, it's. Have you ever tried it out? Or
I haven't. It's gotten popular over the last couple of years and whatnot, and it's been at a time where I've been dealing with the knee surgeries and whatnot, and just haven't ventured back out for that type of sport yet. I've got some friends and neighbors who play it, and I will probably give it a shot at some point, but yeah, just have not jumped into it the way that they a lot of people have. I know out here in Highlands Ranch, like, it has become a huge thing. They've actually converted tennis courts into pickleball courts, and they had some roller hockey rinks out here that they've converted. But I also know that it's come with a bunch of noise complaints and issues, and it always seems to be something brought up to city council. So it's interesting. But no, haven't ventured out onto a court. Like I said, though, four polos, matching shorts for each. Any of them strike your fancy? Did you like any of these? Or
if you scroll up a little bit, yeah, that one right there, the Kitchen Chaos. That is clearly a thing at that 90s cup. That they're definitely wanted to fill that vibe, and so I like that a lot.
We've all been to a barbecue where they had the whatever brand it was, Dixie or whatever, matching cups and plates that had this design and color scheme on it, and I'm all for it. Like, I thought it was rather funny. Definitely give some of that late 90s, early 2000s vibes. Just in the designs alone, and kind of the color schemes. This was probably my favorite of the bunch too.
I like it a lot, and I definitely would definitely want to. I would get. I'm not really a polo guy, but I would. I would get it though. I think that is definitely a big part of like '90s culture, and so to see their version of that, which I would suppose it is, I think it looks really nice. And so if I were to get one, that's what I would get.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people commented on how the drink responsibly one is kind of, for a lot of people in their mind, it was kind of Jacksonville Jags kind of colored and themed.
Sure.
I think the blue is a little bluer than the teal that the Jags have, but I definitely kind of see that. I almost get more of like a Miller kind of, the blue Miller Lite can with the beer splash kind of thing going on it, or Bud Light or something along those lines. I almost feel like with the name Drink Responsibly, I kind of feel that was what they were going for.
Sure. No, I agree completely. Same thing with the kitchen name, for the other one, for Kitchen Chaos, Yeah, they're definitely yeah.
And I liked on the shorts, I've got a pair of the line shorts. I like the fact that, like, kind of a basic, color with an outline, but then the underneath part, the liner, completely matches with the polo that it's supposed to go with. And so I thought that was kind of a nice little touch, and a little, another way to put your fit together, whether you're getting on the court or not. So, nice little details there, I thought.
Definitely. No, definitely a good no, definitely a nice job. It's not for me. I'm not playing pickleball. I mean, listen, I'm willing to give it a shot. If some friends want to get together and try it, I'm more than willing to try it, but I don't see myself buying this collection just yet.
Well, and for the first time, they're doing something like, the pickleball rackets. I $70 for a pair of them. I can tell you, I mean, yes, there are cheaper out there, and there are also far more expensive. So I thought that was kind of a good medium price range on something like that. And the fact that they did, corresponding colors and designs to what the shirts were, I thought was something that went, worked really well for me. And again, another little thing that they seem to be venturing into some other things and just dipping their toe into some other, realms, and seeing what people, what'll take and what won't.
Sure. No, I mean, and that's one of the fun things at Roosevelt's. They're always taking a look and seeing what can we try our hand at. We'll see. Will this work? Will it not work? They're always willing to give things a shot, and like when they get into things like this, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. I'm all for it. Give things a shot. See what'll happen and what comes of it. So, like I said, props to them for trying something different and new. So, from there, we then kind of got a surprise on Wednesday, and this is one that I missed. And all of a sudden, people were going crazy because there was this drop that was in the rewards, in the Camp Kunu rewards, and then I guess you actually could. Some people had the access to buy it outright, but called Treasure Uncaged. It's again, it's kind of a floral type pattern that has the Declaration of Independence and some things like that underneath it, and really striking. I actually kind of thought that it was better than the Drop Zone.
Yeah, I mean, so I got the notification. I was able to buy this outright if I wanted to. But listen, this to me is much more America 250. But at the same time, it's like, when am I wearing, other than possibly the 4th of July, when am I wearing this? When am I, when am I wearing this?
Yeah.
So that is that's my problem with this shirt as to why I didn't buy it, because it's cool, and it would be cool for, everybody's doing their 4th of July parties or whatnot. It's fun for that, but other than that, it's not really like, when am I going to wear this? I just don't have unless you happen to be in DC doing some sort of vacation. It just doesn't really. I don't need it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's looks really nice. But for the, especially when it's going to go kind of secondary market wise and whatnot, I did not really feel the need for it. And again, I missed it. I was in the middle of a meeting at the time, and couldn't get my hands on it, and I've just kind of been watching it since then, and I like it. I actually have a polo kind of similar that's an American flag with like the Constitution behind it and whatnot that was made by another brand. So it definitely wasn't a must for me. But I will say that when it came to the America 250 line, this was more kind of something that I was thinking that we'd have where, they've got this, the writing and the text and something, definitely way more kind of America feeling and whatnot. And if you go back to the field notes that they posted, they talk about a bunch of the, national treasure kind of stuff. The mythology and whatnot, and it's still, I haven't seen many people talk about it. It gave me vibes of the Halloween shirt and the
the whole lore behind it.
And so I don't know. I've been trying. There's not many pictures of this at this point. I've been trying to look from what I've seen and see, like, is there a hidden message that we're supposed to be deciphering where there's going to be a prize? Like when they solved, that the hot dog was the killer, and there was a shirt that only 2 people ended up getting a hold of because they were the only 2 who solved the murder. Is there something more to this shirt that I'm missing, or that once people see it in person are going to be able to figure out? I don't know. What's your thought? You think there's something more behind this?
When I saw how much they wrote about this one shirt, and I was starting to go into it, I did start to think that way, that there was possibly something else in there. I'm not smart enough to decipher it, but I think read it a few more times, and then post your theory out there. I think that's what people. There was no promise of a shirt last time, but if there's a message in there that somebody can decipher, I highly recommend you take that chance and you post it in Insiders and tag the good people at HQ so that make sure that they see it, and maybe there's something else out of it. It wouldn't shock me. HQ has always got something up their sleeve that they're working on, and it seems like they put a lot into this one design that it definitely wouldn't shock me if there's something more to it.
Yes, especially like you said, with the amount that's in that write-up, there's got to be something more there, and I just haven't deciphered it yet, but I'll keep looking. Even Danimal said, I guess it's got secret codes. So I think he's on the right track too. Then we got whenever the next National Treasure movie comes out, and Danimal says, "How about meeting Nick Cage?" It would be awesome if that's what we get. The winner gets out of it is meeting.
They get a trip to meet Nick Cage. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be badass. We've seen a lot of celebrities wearing Roosevelt's gear. He hasn't been one that I've seen yet, but if there is some sort of tie-in, I hope they sent him one of these shirts. Maybe we will see him on socials at some point wearing this.
It wouldn't shock me. I saw James Mulligan actually just post a picture with Nicolas Cage the other day. And he posted that in Insiders. Right. He's wearing his shirt. So, there might be a theory to that. I think maybe that could be a part of this.
Maybe there's a tie-in right there. Maybe you're onto something, John. We might have to take this offline so nobody gets any further on the things that we're coming up with.
There you go. You never know.
Well, then we'll move on to today. It was announced yesterday. I think this is the 3rd time they've done a Moana drop. And man, this one was a big one. There's 6 Kunus. There's matching shorts for 3 of them. There's 4 polos. We've got hats. We've got women's. We have
multiple tuxes.
This was a sizable drop. We even got there's head golfing head covers. Towels, restocks of some of the older designs. They went all out with this today. It was almost a bit much to take in. What did you think of the drop, and did you have one that stood out to you?
I definitely thought it was a lot. I don't want to say I'm the biggest Moana fan. I love Disney stuff. Moana was never one that was like a must for me. So in terms of what I thought, I love the blues that are in the Fear the Kakamora shirt. And I love that it's a tux. I don't want people like that ocean tapestry. I know we got the limited edition version of that shirt last year. So I know people got that, and that one wound up selling out.
That one sold out super fast. Yeah, a lot of people were super excited to see that, and I will say I like this one better than the original one. I like the brightness of this one compared to the muted colors on the original drop.
Sure, but I must say what I really like, and I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough, is what they do with the polos on the Know Who You Are all day polo. And you kind of have that solid shirt, but the collar is nice and colorful. It has its own little design. I like seeing things like that. I don't know why, but it just it makes me happy. And so, while it's definitely not a John shirt, that is definitely something I saw and I respect. And I kind of like whenever they do something like that. It feels a little different and something fun.
Yeah, I haven't gotten it yet. There was one during one of the Star Wars drops, the Darth Maul one that has the Darth Maul logo on the chest and then has the Darth Maul pattern around. And I thought that was very, very catchy. And I do like when they do that kind of style. And it's, something simple, but definitely, stands out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one was pretty cool. I did like, when it comes to the polos, I did like the "You're Welcome" polo. It's it's the tattoos that are on Maui on Dwayne Johnson's character. I thought they kind of captured that pretty well and pretty cool. I almost think it would have been cooler if they had done it in a more kind of skin tone, almost
sure.
kind of look to it. But I thought that one definitely popped. The one that was my winner, and I didn't get anything because, like you, I'm not a huge Moana guy. My daughter Mackenzie's gonna hate hearing me say that. I find it enjoyable, but not something I necessarily need a shirt from. But I had been joking with everybody in one of the chats that it would be an instant buy if they had the shiny crab, and when I said that, I was expecting like all the gold and shiny and actually having like kind of the metallic look to it. They got so close for me, and they had I'd rather be shiny. But like the blue colors on this, just I don't know. It wasn't what I envisioned in my mind a shiny shirt being.
Sure.
So I haven't gotten it yet. I have marked it for my wish list. I might go back at some point. Mackenzie's got a couple Moana shirts, and she's been looking for a couple more. I might grab this to wear with her when she wears her Moana stuff at some point. But it was so close to what I had, and then in my mind, and then just kind of glanced off the edge of it.
No, that's definitely fun, man. It's fun when you think of something and it's like they almost get it right there. It's like they were reading your mind, and just very, very, very close to what we made an instant buy for you.
Oh yeah. So it was probably a good thing then. We were out car shopping for Megan at that point, so I was able to put my phone down and go and look at the car she wanted to look at, and go about the rest of my day at that point instead of spending more money. But I will say she bought a car, which now means my resources for buying shirts will be drastically limited, and I missed my opportunity. I should have struck right then before she made.
Should have, would have, could have, man. Should have, would have, could have.
Right, that's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of moments. Looking here in the crab, we had Danimal said he was disappointed in the crab execution too. And then he said the coconut and the Kokomara seem like ones that you can mix and match. Sure. That's actually a good point. I think you're right. Those characters being kind of on both shirts. I could definitely see you taking the blue one and wearing the red shorts or vice versa, and still getting a good look out of it. I will say Mackenzie was excited to see the shirt that looked like Moana's dress. So I would not doubt at some point we'll be tracking that down and grabbing her one.
Definitely.
Gotta appease the kids, right?
Whatever makes them happy, right?
Exactly. And then Kelly Raz said, "Cool collection, but not for me. Happy for those who scored what they wanted." So, again, and third time that they brought Moana back. I will say that one thing that I was kind of surprised with. I know Moana, the live action, is coming out, I think, later this summer. I was really surprised at no Toy Story drop, with Toy Story coming out this weekend during Father's Day. I know that there was some Toy Story shirts early on in the Disney drops and Pixar drops. They had some really good, costume style Kunus that had Buzz and Woody. I thought for sure with Toy Story 5 coming out that we would get a Toy Story drop. How about you, John? Were you kind of surprised at not seeing that?
I mean, I'm definitely expecting something. And honestly, I don't think it's, sometimes you never know. We've seen it before with other, with other movie releases that, it's not exactly on par when the movie was getting released. So I think a Toy Story 5 drop is still possible. I just think I was definitely hoping for something for when I go and watch the movie. I think it's possible, and I hope we get to see really some of those classic Toy Story designs are favorites to a lot of insiders, and so I'm hoping we get to see a re-release of some of those. But I was a little surprised, but I don't think we're out of the water. I think at some point we're going to see.
Well, I hope you're right. And Chris caught on and saw. I am rocking my Taylor Swift Eras Tour cup from when that was in the theaters, and I took Mackenzie. We actually are planning on going to see Toy Story on Father's Day with
very nice,
with a group of Colorado Swifties here in the Denver area. Once Mackenzie saw that there was the local Colorado Swifties group was trying to do their version of a meetup at the movie. For those who don't know, Taylor Swift is doing the main titled song for the movie. So they were trying to get a group together. I mentioned it, and of course, being a Swiftie myself and Mackenzie being a huge Swiftie, it was then determined that part of our Father's Day events will be going to see Toy Story with the family and a bunch of Swifties. So should be fun.
It definitely sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that there will be a lot of bracelet trading and things like that, much like we were doing on the cruise, just with T Swift songs instead of Roosevelt's on them. So I'll have to make sure that Mackenzie gets to work beforehand and then has enough bracelets for us there at the there at the.
I'm sure. I know the Swifties, they love their bracelets. They love their friendship bracelets.
Gary and Debbie said that they saw Toy Story 5 last night. One of the best of them all. We loved it. I have heard good things.
They must have been at one of those D23. It's out. Oh, it's playing today, actually.
I think typical drop is like the midnight drop or whatever tonight. So yeah, it's makes sense.
No, it's like playing like in a half hour at the theater next to my house.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh shit! Do I need to go? I got nothing going on tonight.
Ernesto's making fun of you. We're seeing some lights flickering and said, sorry I got here late, but John is in a closet.
Yeah, well, Ernesto, my parents asked me a lot growing up if I was in the closet. And, here I am today. It's actually kind of nice.
That's funny. And Gary did corroborate that it was a D23 screening. I watched. The first one came out. It's probably more your generation of movie than it was mine. I was a teenager, and my little brother had just been born. It was 1995, and so much of his immediate upbringing was me carrying him around, playing or singing "You've Got a Friend in Me" quite a bit. Loved the first one. The second one came out in I think 99. So it was like right as I was getting ready to go to college, and I enjoyed that. The third one I thought was an amazing movie and a great way to end it, with the toys kind of being handed off to the next kid. And then
I totally didn't cry at that at all. Not at all.
Oh, you're right, exactly. We'll pretend we'll be tough men right now and say we didn't. We know the truth, and it catches me every time we watch it. And then the fourth one was Disney kind of capital. I didn't really follow or care a whole lot.
It was a money grab. It was a money grab. Which I suspect this is, but now here I am, of course, sitting here contemplating if I need to head over to the theater. I didn't realize it was the money. I didn't realize it was today, and now I'm sitting here saying, like, should I be going to the movies right after this?
I will say I'm intrigued by what I've seen from the previews and the story, what I perceive the story is going to be, with the fact of technology taking over playtime versus the toys. I know that that's something as a parent I struggle with my children, because even with it being nice outside, trying to get them away from screens, whether it's playing video games or TV, is a tough thing. And so playtime where would have been going outside and shoot hoops or playing with your toys in the dirt or whatever, definitely even for younger kids seems to disappear compared to like when we were younger and
sure, of course.
So I think that there could be a really good story there, and I look forward to seeing how they play that angle to it. But I also I hope that we kind of put an end at some point to the Buzz and Woody chapter and move on. Even if you do something else, Toy Story, but with other characters down the road, at some point those toys get put away and we transition.
Yeah, no, I agree. The toys need to retire. This is a money grab, and I think we need to. It's time to move on. Pixar, it's time to move on. The money's nice, I'm sure, but and yes, Gabe, you definitely need to go see 4. You should go see it, but I mean, really, Toy Story 3, you ended it in the best way possible. They say for TV shows and movies alike, it's very hard to make a satisfying ending. And Toy Story 3 hit all the right notes, and it should have just ended there. There was no reason to continue other than making more money. And this is what happens when people get greedy. I'm sure it's great. I'm going to see Toy Story 5, as we all are. But I will be sitting there in the theater, though, saying, Toy Story, it should have ended with Toy Story 3. It's gonna be hard to change my mind on that.
Right. Jake says he stopped questioning Pixar making Toy Story sequels. And he does go on to say 4 gets a lot of heat. It doesn't deserve. It's better than people say. I love you, Jake, but I'm gonna disagree with you on this one, buddy. But
it was fine. It wasn't bad. It was just like I didn't feel the need to watch it again, though. If I'm doing a Toy Story rewatch, like I'm stopping at 3. I cried too many times during 3. It won't be. It won't be, Gabe. Like.
Well, see, and I will say this too, and they have they've done a little bit of kind of spin-off stuff. There was they did the CG version of the Buzz Lightyear thing, which was interesting. Again, wasn't a huge fan of it. I will say the one thing I enjoyed them spinning off, and this was, I think around the time the second one came out, they did like a Disney Channel cartoon that was like called Buzz Lightyear from Star Command. And I think it ran for 2 or 3 seasons and kind of acted as if Buzz were real and had some characters to his universe as they were fighting Zurg and whatnot. And it was kind of old school 2D animation. And
sure, I remember that. Yeah,
I'm surprised like Disney Plus has never brought that onto Disney Plus. It's kind of disappeared. I have it was one of those ones where they took a couple episodes and made it into a movie and then like released them as pieces, like the first 2 or 3 episodes when they went to an actual series. I rather enjoyed that. I wish that they delve more into that, and I wish they put a little bit more respect on that, and even just please bring it to Disney Plus so I can watch the series again, because it's been a while.
No, I agree. No, I'd love to go back and see that. I'm excited to doing the Toy Story video games too, which I'm not a video game guy, but they are re-releasing all the old Toy Story games for PlayStation and Xbox, and I saw that and I was like, that was my childhood right there. I'm like, so
Yeah.
I was definitely interested in doing that for sure.
I do like when they do that on the Switch, and like they've done it with like the Ninja Turtles and stuff too, where they'll take all the original like Nintendo and Super Nintendo and whatnot, and they'll give you like 6 or 8 games and one disc or whatever. And the Disney Afternoon ones were just released not too long ago. As well, so I'm with you. I like when they do that. It's a little touch of nostalgia for me. It's crazy because I don't have to rebuy those because you know me, I keep everything and I have all of those and still from when I had them at that point.
Sure.
But it is nice to have a nice easy all on one disc kind of thing. Gary did come back and say Toy Story 5 was very heartwarming. One good cry.
Yeah, Gary's already telling me I'm going to go cry in the theater. Great. That's maybe not. I'm going to go to the theater next week with Austin and Chris, and we're going to watch the new Jackass movie. Maybe I'll save my money until then, and I'll watch Toy Story.
You don't want to be like the single guy there alone crying.
Right, I'm going to be sitting there alone at 10 o'clock at night crying in Toy Story 5 alone.
You at least need to tag in like Ariane or somebody, so you're
correct.
There alone and weird.
Yeah, no, that might be a little weird if I'm sitting alone in the theater crying. That's sad. That's sad and depressing.
What's he crying about? Is it the movie or is it that he's here alone?
This is exactly. Am I here just crying with the movie or just like my life in general? Yeah. Well, the world may never know.
Little column A, little column B, the world will never know.
Exactly.
Well, John, we're over the hour mark. It is always a pleasure hanging out with you, talking shirts, talking the Roosevelt's community and everything else going on. And I get the pleasure to do it again next week. So I'm going to look forward to that. Thanks for having me again, man. Always fun tagging in.
Yeah, man. It was always good seeing you. And I hope everyone has a great day and a great weekend. And we will definitely see you all soon.
Well, buddy, I've been meaning to ask since we were on the cruise topic earlier. When we were on the cruise, you were talking about some summer drink that was a knockout that was one of your favorites. I need the recipe, man. What do you got for me?
Absolutely. So you're going to start off. You're going to get one of your nice tall glasses.